Reggae Interviews. Word sound power.
This is DJ 745 for Reggae Interviews here, back in Jamrock to link up with the singing wizard, Christopher Ellis. We seem to be making a habit of doing this. We always link in Jamaica. What's going on?
I'm telling you, bro, you might as well move here like me.
You know, that's what I'm thinking, because I'm seeing you being based here more and more. Are you kind of living here now, or are you in between places?
In between, you know. I think I juggle my time well, though, you know. UK, Miami, Jamaica, kind of like just, I live out a suitcase. Yeah, I don't, my clothes stay in a suitcase.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, I can kind of see why you're here. This is the heartbeat of music, the people and the vibe. So I can see why you want to be here more and more than the UK or maybe America.
Yeah, bro. I mean, you know, I do reggae music and this is the hub. This is the home, and I feel like I get a kind of a better reaction from the world, you know, from being here. So so yeah, this is the place.
This is the place.
Yeah.
And you get a chance to escape the cold weather as well, don't you? And back in the UK.
Exactly, definitely. Cold weather out. Yeah.
Now, you've had a great start to 2023 to build on all the successes of 2022. A few weeks ago, we were lucky to see you at Original Dancehall Thursdays in an original rubber dub style. Completely mashed it up.
Yeah. You know, sir, I didn't really go on a rubber dub style really, because I remember it's usually any rhythms, them old school rhythms, but I had to kind of bring because you know what it is, I want to kind of stamp these songs and make the songs be recognized. So that's the reason why I had to bring the rhythms.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So they hear the song and they'll say, okay, the song, you know, as opposed to just going on any rhythm.
Any rhythms,
yeah. So yeah, man, I'm mad thing, man. That's a great thing as well. Rubber Dub Thursday is a great thing. Yeah, man.
Now, we're here to talk to you obviously about, you know, what's happening musically, and you have just recently released a brand new single, a single called Stick Together.
Yeah, well, it's nice and it's smooth. It's in the same kind of vein of Rubber Dub and Still Go Out Dance, you know, and we let the fans kind of give us their feedback on it, you know. We don't really talk up the songs, but we just hope that they love each song that comes out. So Stick Together, yeah, man. Brand new, produced by Junior Gang once again. Murder.
Well, look, if the last two singles are anything to go by that we've had from Gongzilla and yourself, Still Gotta Dance and Rubber Dub, which I think, for me, in my opinion, was this one of the songs, if not the song of the year, 2022.
Give thanks. And don't forget Flame Against the Wind, you know. Because Flame Against the Wind is smooth, you know what I mean? A love song for the couples, encouraging longevity. Flame Against the Wind, right? Yeah, man. Rubber Dub, Still Gotta Dance.
You recorded the video for Rubber Dub down at Randy's 17 North Parade. What an iconic spot to record that video.
The video came out so good, and it was funny because before we had 3 choices of videos to do, and I had to pick one of the 3 treatments, and I was thinking, damn, I might pick that one when this one could be the one. You're never gonna know. Anyway, we made the right decision.
Yeah,
we made the right decision. You know, we picked this one, and you know, it's legendary how it came out, and the video gives the song even more feel. It gives the song more, it brings it alive even more.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
That helped as well to contribute towards the success of the song, you know?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah. And you also performed on the Welcome to Jamrock cruise last year in December. Share some thoughts and feelings about performing on the Jamrock cruise.
The Jamrock cruise is very special. It's something that you can't really explain to no one. They've got to attend, as you know. So I go every year, right? I go every year to that cruise, but it hurts to go when you're not performing. You know what I mean? So last year was a sweet year, you know. So yeah, I'm on the cruise and I'm performing as well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's hard to be at shows. You know, it's hard to be at shows when there's artists on stage and you're there as a patron.
Right.
Yeah, okay. I'm telling you as an artist, it's hard just to go up there. But yeah, so that was nice. And hopefully Gongzilla bring me back again.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like, you know, every year the lineup for the Jamrock cruise is always strong. But last year, I don't know, it kind of had like a really strong energy because Burning Spear was there as well, alongside people like the Great Shabba and things as well.
Yeah, man, you have certain giants on there that make it that extra, you know?
Yeah.
These giants who've been in the business for 30 years and more.
Yes.
And their name solidified in the music. So it's always good to see them, you know?
See them, yeah,
man.
And then we still have the song Still Gotta Dance, that had a limited vinyl run as well, and I think that's pretty much sold out everywhere now, right?
Yeah, it's gone, yeah. It's 1,000 copies gone. And it's kind of nice to keep it limited. It keeps it more special, you know, instead of it always being available. maybe we can come again though with it, you know. You never know. We can come again with a small series, 500 or so, or something like that. Or maybe press the new song instead. Yeah. But yeah, man, we're working, and that's the main thing. And the catalogue's growing, so.
Do you know what I can't really believe is that Still Gotta Dance, it still sounds like a 2023 song, even though I think it was released around about February 2020.
But that's the case with a lot of the reggae songs, you know. My reggae is, I when you listen to Bob Marley and them song they're making, and Delroy Wilson, all them artists, they made a song last year or the year before. Even though you hear the 2-track thing, I'm saying there's something about the songs that are, the feel is just so, it's just so today, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, Still Gotta Dance, I'm surprised as well. It's like, man, that's 3 years old. Wow. You know what I mean? But yeah, these songs that are, you know, good songs will live. Yes. Good songs will live, you know, so.
Yeah. And last year, Gongzilla and Young Power, they blessed us with the rhythm juggling as well. So we had people like Sizzla Kalonji, we had Capleton, Yami Bolo, and the chairman of the board, Beres.
The Beres, yeah, I was very proud of that. You know, I was proud of that. And especially, you know, to say, me and Gong started the rhythm. We started the rhythm. I played the guitar, you know. Okay. And formed the song with, you know, with Gong, and it came together, and also Beres sang on it. It's great. I love that, you know. That's the maestro. So yeah, man, and pure giants on there: Sizzla, Capleton and Bolo, Beres, and you have a young puppy like me now, you know.
Do you know what? One day I'm kind of hoping that we're going to see some kind of like combos with Beres and yourself and things like that, and maybe even working with people like Sizzlers and Bounties and things, because I think what I'm sort of realizing is that in music nowadays, those unexpected combinations seem to be what really hits.
Especially when the song bad. So you get a combination of two artists, kind of like you didn't expect. And when the song bad, it's like, oh, it fits. It fits. And then also the smaller artists, like say myself with the Beres, you win some fans. You know what I mean? You win some Beres fans. I said, right, look, the Alton boy, I'm good in here. Whatever they say, you know. So yeah, collaborations is for these things.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Stick Together. That's the brand new single that's out now, produced by Gongzilla Young Pole. Yeah. I'm guessing that there's going to be more singles coming up further down the year as well. And then we need to have a big project from Christopher Ellis.
Yeah, we do. It's been years though, years in the making, you know. And I feel like maybe my wait and my patience is gonna be rewarded, you know, with the quality. You know what I mean? Yeah, because I've learned that. Like my career hasn't really gone the way how I imagined it, but that's not how the world works anyway. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's lots of learning on the way. It's like I'm learning. I'm saying, okay, I'm learning. I'm getting better as well. So maybe when it does come, it's gonna be like 11 wonderful songs. You know what I mean? instead of like 14 okay songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah. So I'm proud, man. I'm proud, and I'm you know, I'm still working. And we've got to remember that it's a long road. So not having an album in the first 2 or 3 years, artists don't get caught up on that. You know what I mean? Just put out work, put out singles, and make sure they're strong. And the album will come when it's time, and it will, and it'll prosper, you know?
Yeah. And you also released a song which was a cover of a Dennis Emmanuel Brown classic, Inseparable.
Yeah, man, it's a song that I've always loved from D Brown. A song that I did do it live around 8 years ago at Jazz Cafe. Okay. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna voice this one day, you know, and I recorded it, and I feel like we nailed it in my flavor, with D Brown flavor there as well still, you know what I mean? So it's smooth and it's sweet, produced by John, which is the son of King Jammies. So yeah, out now, Inseparable. Go and listen to that one day.
Yeah. I mean, there are so many Dennis Emmanuel Brown songs you could have chosen. What was so special for that particular song that made you sing over that particular song?
So it was when I first heard the song, I was in love with it. Because the song, I didn't know the song, you know.
Okay.
And then I heard the song, I was like, what song is this? D Brown. Sweet, smooth like butter.
Yes.
I said, no, man, I want to sing this, you know. I fall in love with the song. And then do it live. And then now I have my version, you know. The great D Brown, so... Yeah, Christopher Ellis, Inseparable, Spotify and all that thing. Now listen, have a listen. Yeah, man.
Now, I remember a few years ago, I saw Marlon Brown. This was somewhere, I think it was somewhere in Europe, and one of the bands that were on the bill that night, they actually asked Marlon Brown the next day, what is your favourite song from your father's catalogue? And without hesitation, what song did she say?
Inseparable, of course. And she told me as well, you know.
Okay.
She told me that she loved that song, you know, and her mum is a co-writer on the song.
Yes.
Yeah, her mum used to write with D Brown, you know, as he's writing the songs. Also, Love Has Found Its Way. She co-wrote that with the mum as well. So I like these stories behind the songs, you know. Yes. I like hearing these songs. Yvonne Brown is her name, and she co-wrote enough of the songs with the great D Brown. So yeah,
because I think back in the day, I remember that a lot of Dennis Brown's releases came on a label called Yvonne Special. There you go.
Yes, and Marla told me this. I'm like, wow, this is super interesting.
Yes.
I like these behind the scenes information, you know, of how the songs came alive, how they come around. So yeah, man.
Yeah. So outside of the works that you're doing with Gongzilla, I know we've talked about the single with John John. Are you working with any other producers while you're here in Jamaica?
Yeah, Baby G.
Okay.
Yeah, that's King Jamison also. You know, he done my first single, End of Time.
Yes.
Yeah, so me and him have chemistry. I got chemistry with him as well, you know. Them man in studio are great, because them man will tell you, say, no, don't do that, go that song. You know, and I feel like part of being a good artist as well is listening to a producer and knowing, say, they have ears. Because some of those guys have really got some great ears, you know. And you're like, wow, you know, the ears are so. And G is one of them. G is one of them where the man have ears for days. Inherit it from his father. So, you know, we in studio and we take from each other and we listen and we don't, you know, we don't come with ego and say, no, I want to do it this way. I'm the artist. No, we listen and say, yeah, you think, all right, let me try that, and you go and try it, you know, and that's how the songs come together and become great. It's not one man.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Yeah. I think one of the things that a lot of the elders say to me is that nowadays a lot of youth do not want to listen to us. They'll sort of like class me as, oh, you as an old man or something, and they don't want to sort of like take on board what they might have to say, which might be very important, because we all kind of, as younger people, we all kind of live in this like fast lane. It's all just about mobile phones, and if we don't have our mobile phones, it's like not having your left or right hand, right? And I guess that, you know, I respect you as an artist, the fact that you have that humbleness to still be able to listen to the elders.
Yeah, man, respect, man. And also remember, you know, my father's Alton Ellis, you know, so I bound comes to humility. Like, I see humility every day in the yard. You know, if he didn't tell you, you wouldn't even know that he's Alton Ellis, because that man just move normal and just move humble. I'll glide through the earth. You understand? And even a lot of times I'll be sitting there with him and someone will come in and say, and they won't notice and say, Alton Ellis, I never noticed you, and one bag of thing, and I just, you know, so I bound come see humility with all these artists who I see John Holt, Ken Booth come to my house, and they don't really move with no chest high-thing, or me name Ken Booth, or me name, you know, so it's kind of, I inherited that as well. You know what I mean? We're just normal people, you know. Yeah.
I guess as a kid, you know, sort of like growing up subconsciously, seeing how your family, your father was moving, and how the other people around him were moving, that kind of like sort of like was going in at a subconscious level, so you could actually see what was going on.
Exactly. So sometimes when a man's a bit hype or something, or he's a bit frightened, you gotta kind of let him off, you know.
Yeah.
Because he let him off, but we seasoning the thing. We're seasoned.
I mean, I think that, you know, you're one of the few younger artists that is really paying homage to some of the pioneers. Your father's one of them. I could go on giving names like Derek Morgan, Prince Buster, Slim Smith. There's so many legends out there. Do you feel that we, as a collection of artists, musicians, DJs, music fans, are we doing enough to try and preserve the heritage of the music?
Well, that question now is why I make these songs, you know. I mean, to a level, no, if I'm being honest with you, because 10 years ago when I go into a dance, I would hear the Roy Wilson song, Ken Booth and Sugar Mine, even in the early part of the dance. Now you don't hear it at all in the dance. Okay. So unless you go to a Stone Love now, they'll pay homage, you know. Those sounds a bit different. Yeah. With Stone Loves, you know, they got the broad section of the thing. So you know, they go from TJ to Alton Ellis, you know what I mean? Yes. Which is great. We need more of that young sounds to do this, and also it's coming from this, you know. It's coming from Roy Wilson, you know what I mean? It's coming from Slim Smith and these artists to come right up to the thing, you know what I mean? And that's why I say in the song, oh yes, I'm Dennis, you can play anyone, a few Alton Ellis, cause we love every song, you know what I mean? So ultimately no, but we won't complain, we just do our work. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I think what I kind of find is that I think certainly in the UK, the generations, you know, that are coming down, they seem to have a lot more dilution of musical genres that they can listen to, and it doesn't seem to me as though there are as many reggae selectors, as many reggae sounds as there probably was 20, 30 or 40 years ago.
Yeah, and we've got as I say, it has to be like we've got to feed them the songs, you know. A young you ain't gonna just wake up and start listening to Ken Boothe or you know. He has to be told that, oh yeah, this where it come from, you know. Just like, even the other day I was here at the museum and I see some little young kids coming in there. There's about 100 of them.
Okay.
And they're being taught about Bob Marley. Yeah, because that's how they learn. I was like, okay, Bob Marley, oh, he was great. He made that song. Okay, wow. And then as they grow up, it becomes part of it's just normal.
Yes.
You know, so we need this kind of, curriculum for, for all these other artists, the Sugar Minotts and the Delroy Wilsons and I keep calling their names because I'm passionate about them. And also, I'm a youth that come under that generation. I'm a young person, but because I was faced with Ken Boothe coming to my house and John Holt, that's who I searched.
Right, okay.
When John Holt would leave my house, I would play 1,000 Volts album.
Okay.
And I'd be amazed that, Rod, that was him who just left. You know, so that's how you hear me always calling those names. A next man my age will call Bujo's name enough. And Sham and them under there, you know what I mean? But I come under that old school thing where them man who started my love for music, and that's where they started my
Yes.
You know, it's those artists there.
And I guess that really kind of shows in the music that you are making as well, because your music, even though it's modern, it kind of has that old school vibe. I mean, the two singles we spoke about, Rubber Dub, Still Gotta Dance, and of course this new single, Stick Together, they're all sort of like classic examples of kind of a fusion between the old school roots and giving it a 2023 flavour to appeal to the younger people as well.
Yeah, man, and that's what we're trying to do. You know, it's purposeful. You know, and that's what we intend for that. You know, and hopefully we can play around with the sound some more, and introduce even some more youths, even some younger ones to this sound, and say, yo, this sound, yeah, bad, you know what I mean? Singing and everything there, and vocals. So. Yeah, bro, we'll keep doing the work, man. Trust me.
Yeah. Now, a few weeks back, probably a couple of months ago now, there was a discussion on a Facebook Live with Don Chandler and Shawnee B, and they were talking about the lack of reggae artists that are actually emerging from the UK. What are your thoughts on that? Because it seems as though, back in the day, we had people like Rough Cut, Saxon, Fashion. We had so many of those great labels, and some of them are still there, but they're not as prominent as they were because music's changed. The way we absorb music is different to how it was 20 years ago, mainly because of the computers.
It's a generation change as well, it's a whole change altogether, generation change. And on top of that, my father told me, every 15 years music changes.
Yeah.
And he saw it from Mentor to Skia, Rocksteady to, he saw it, and that's what's happening now. And I tell the older ones this, I tell all the older people who kind of complain, no, I don't sound it. If the sound stayed the same, we'd say it's stagnant. That's what we'd say. So we have to have these branches. Reggae music has branches. You know what I mean? It's always been like that. Skia and Rocksteady got and all these things and 90s dancehall. And so when I hear the new youths now, me love them. I love the sound, of the new youths. It's a new flavor. Put away the derogatory thing. But the youth them bad and they got a new style and pattern and bringing something fresh to the music. You know what I mean? So I love it all. I love all those artists, from the old to the young to the, you know what I mean? You might not agree with some of the lyrics, but the way how they put it and everything, it's bad. So we have to understand that. You know what I mean? That it's music at the end of the day, and it's a flavor that happens naturally. No one plans it. No one sits there and says, okay, let's create a new sound. No, it's all just being in the studio and just inventing things, and then a new sound is born. So yeah, let's encourage the youth them. You know what I mean? Let's encourage the youth them.
Keep doing what they're doing, basically.
Yeah, man. With this new sound, and they're also changing lives as well. Changing their family's life and going on tour and all these things. So yeah.
I mean, like, you were what, 11 or 12 years old when you actually got the chance to perform with your father, with the backing of the Rough Cut band. Yeah. It doesn't get any better than that, does it?
Damn, that's like 11 years old. Yo, bro, I swear. The day I sung that, the day I stepped off stage, I knew I'd be a singer. That 4 minutes or whatever it was, as I walked up to stage, I knew, wow, it just hit me like, boom, you're going to be a singer. And I knew, I went to school the next day and told the teachers, I don't have to come here no more.
Okay.
Yeah, I told the teachers that. So no, I don't have to come here no more. She's like, Miss, she's like, why? So no, Mom, Miss, I don't have to be here no more. I have to come here because I know what I'm going to do in life already. She's like, what? I said, singing. I'm going to be a singer like my dad. All right, boy, when you're young, boy, you just say some mad things, But look, I manifest it and we're here now. So It's great, man. It's great, bro. Trust me.
What are the plans for the rest of the year now then? Are we hitting the road with some festivals and tours and things? What's coming up?
So I've got 2 spot dates. Yeah, I got 2 spot dates. I got one date in the UK. But it's making music right now for me and just zooming in on that, and shows will come, you know. Shows will come, and hopefully a couple more festivals in Europe and everything there. But it's about getting these songs together and getting a good batch of songs, strong batch of songs to say, here's an album from Christopher Ellis, you know.
Yes.
To the world, here's an album. So that's what it is right now.
I mean, I can see that in your conversation today, that you are definitely focused on studio right now. Yeah. That is the focus.
Yeah, because sometimes you can get caught up in a song and just enjoying the song, and you're on the road and sung the song, and then 6 months pass and you don't have another song. Yeah. So yes, we're back in the studio and, you know, always creating, and sometimes sitting with the guitar and do one thing and something can come alive. You never know where it's coming from, you know. Yeah, so you just make songs, you know. Okay. Just make songs. So yeah, bro. Cool. And enjoying life as well, you know. It's not all music. We enjoy life, enjoy our loved ones, and eat and drink. You know what I mean?
All right, so a question then. So outside of studios, music and linking with friends, what is your chill spot here in Jamaica? Where's that place that you go away to where you feel completely at peace?
Well, it's like, to be honest with you, I do so many things here, you know. So I might go Elsha Beach, just eat some fish. Me and my bro, you know, just go out there and eat some fish and just swim. Well, I can't swim, but I'll go into the water. Well, yeah. So these little things here is what England has no beaches, so yes, going to the beach here is a big deal for me, you know. And just being here at the museum, and just, you know, just these things here is what we love. Yeah.
Chris, look, give thanks for your time today. I really appreciate you talking to us about the new single and more things that are in the pipeline for 2023 as well. A message to all the people out there.
Follow me, social media. Christopher Ellis, yeah, on all the sites, yeah, Ellis Music Child. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and spread more love and enjoy these songs, please, and stay with me. Yes, indeed, the singing wizard, yours truly, yours sincerely. Thank you for having me. Kick.
Reggae Interviews. Word, sound, power.